Skyrim has thousands of armor mods, from ones that fit the world so perfectly you'd think they are included in the vanilla game, to ones that completely break the immersion. So today, I'm testing my favorite armor mods across 7 different categories: lore-friendly, epic, fantasy, dark, seductive, cute, and finally, absurd. Some of them may fit multiple categories, but it's my list, so if you disagree with the placement, please argue with me in the comments. I'm BCG, and now let's begin. Ysmir armor is our first lore-friendly armor in the list. It incorporates same materials and patterns that we are so used to with the base game armors, from the steel to the fur and leather and other details. Even though this heavy armor has these remnants of vanilla Skyrim, it still has this unique flair that sets it apart, and as an ancient Nord armor, it's a great pick for the Dragonborn or anyone who wants to remember the tales of Ysmir. The cult of Mythic Dawn ran rampant in the Third Era, which culminated to the assassination of the Emperor. Now you can ditch the robes and can actually wear their plate in Skyrim with Mythic Dawn armor, which is available in identical light and heavy armor versions. In addition, you can get the unique one-handed weapon Morgenstern, which is a deadly looking spiked mace. Next, we have Wind Collar, Mage Robes and Staff. This mod is a gorgeous Greybeard themed robe set that also comes with a wooden staff that makes your enemies flying with a hurricane gust. In addition to this default modest color, there are some additional tones if you want a bit more flashiness to your mage, monk, or even the Dovahkiin who abides by the way of the voice. Dust Adept armor is an equipment set inspired by the Dust Adepts, the mages of the Dunmer Great House Telvanni. It features a light armor set full of small details, from intricate carvings on the armor to the water skin that surely would come handy in the climate of Solstheim. This chitin armor is especially great choice for a dark elf mage character, but I'd say the red plate itself welcomes any fashionable adventurer. Even though there is already Dwarven armor in the base game, an additional Dwemer armor doesn't hurt. This one is sleek, streamlined, clean metalwork by the ancient dwarves, a heavy armor set, a real Dwemer artifact. Its closed-off helmet secures your health and identity, and overall, this armor makes you look like an automaton, a construct which sole purpose is to guard and destroy. If you're working as a pesky pickpocket from the Thieves Guild and proud of it, maybe you could be interested in Phantom Thief armor, a light armor that fits a guild member like a stolen leathery glove. It features a tight-fitting outfit that looks kind of similar to the vanilla Thieves Guild armor, but the eye mask and hood adds a unique flavor to it, especially when you use them on your Argonian or Khajiit character. There's 3 tiers and colors available, as well as an on-theme dagger to wield. Now, enough of Thieves Guild, creepy automatons, cults, and great houses. Let's take a look at a few of simple adventurers' outfits that fit a low-level character instead. First, here's Seasoned Traveler armor, a leather and steel light armor that comes with some accessories and weapons too. This is a protective armor piece for those who crave convenience and coolness, want some cute backpacks in the game, and additionally, it has some color options to choose from. Traveling Mage HTT SMP armor is the perfect choice for lone witches, wizards, and sorcerers who are on an everlasting journey to uncover the hidden magic of Skyrim. This blue outfit is a light armor set with a lot of details on the belt, a trusty tome, handy potion bottles, and realistic looking weathering on the fabric. And additionally, you can wear the hood up or lower it down, with some baked in hair peeking from under the hood. Adventure HTT SMP armor is yet another light armor perfectly fit for a traveler, whether you're just trying to survive in Skyrim's wild or are a spell sword looking to make gold with another assignment. It also comes with a backpack, and you can choose between a minimalist one or one that has a lot of accessories and shoes hanging off of it, of course with full satisfying physics. Something about this armor set makes me think of The Witcher 2. It might be this hood, but in any case, it's a gorgeous outfit. Now take a look at this. Scout HDT SMP armor, a light armor set that features a turtleneck collar, a snazzy green tunic, realistic looking textures, and beautifully embellished shoulder pads. This armor also has a hood that you can wear over your head to shield you from curious looks, and the details on the sleeves and the fabric's lacing are a feast to the eye. Quickly, just one more armor in this subsection. This modest outfit is the Adventurer's Tunic. It has both clothing and light armor variants, 2 sleeve lengths, and a lot of color options to choose from. I would say that this is the true beginner armor for those who want something simple but defensive to start with, that makes sense for any type of commoner roleplay. Most of us have to start from somewhere low, and Adventurer's Tunic is the perfect outfit to start grinding our way to the top within the world. Next we have something for our battle mages. This is Eclipse Mage outfit. This unique equipment set has mixed clothing and light armor, which can be seen on the shoulder pads, shield, and other more protective parts of it, and the mod also comes with a cool staff and one-handed mace. The detailed patterns on the cloak seem magical, as it looks like they appear and disappear with the light, and this outfit just screams fashionable and deadly battle mage. I am starving for some heavy armor, so let's change it up a bit. Heavy Nordic armor is a classic Nordic style armor with some detailed patterns carved on the middle that feels as natural in Skyrim as an arrow in the knee. Now this armor combines cold steel and warm fur, and it also comes with a similar shield fitting any Nord, Stormcloak, Shield Sister, or traveling warrior alike in the freezing climate of this northern province. Wandering Mercenary armor is a heavy armor that excels in combining a casual medieval style outfit and actually protective gear. It features a different colored and chainmail gambesons, studded leather pants, straps, belts and pouches, and a steel helmet, not to mention a matching greatsword. And if you take off the armor pieces, you also have a casual shirt outfit for spending the evening at the nearest tavern, making it a delightfully versatile choice for an armor mod. Fur-lined steel armor is another no-brainer choice to install if you want more variants of heavy Nordic armors in the game that look super faithful to the original game's art style. This armor comes with actually a lot of equipment, as you can choose between the variations of the color of the fur, and if you want horns on the steel helmet hat and the mask, among other things. Chevalier's armor set is one of the most versatile mods if you're looking for a heavy, vanilla-friendly equipment with a lot of means of customization. First of all, you can choose between 59 distinct crests to announce where your loyalties lie, and there are 5 color variations in addition to the default blue. There's also some light armor variants of the helmets, gauntlets and shoes, and half plate and plate options of the main armor piece. The Southbound Scouts is a pack of 2 different outfits, a light armor tunic and cloth robes with fitting boots and bracers to go. As a low fantasy ensemble, they have been inspired by the 2 greats, Baldur's Gate 3 and Elden Ring. Additionally, there are a couple of muted color options to choose from for an adventurer who wants to wear something light and stylish while exploring the land. The Cyrodiilic Thief armor has some similarities in the level of casualness to the previous armor, but it's a bit more protective to wear. This mod adds 2 new light armor sets that belong to the Cyrodiilic branch of the Thieves Guild. The basic armor is lighter shade, and the master armor blue and black to help fade within the night. Although they're meant for thieves, I think you could wear them without being associated with any type of mischief as well. There can be no armor video from me where I wouldn't showcase Traveler's Armor Pack visually upgradable outfit. It might look familiar if you have been watching my videos earlier, as I have worn this armor for years now on this channel, and probably will for a long time. Now, this is a light armor set that you can gradually improve by leveling up and crafting, and it goes from a casual outfit look to a properly defensive equipment. This is the last lore-friendly armor of this video, and if you've enjoyed it so far, you know what to do. Like and subscribe, and check out my Patreon if you want to go an extra mile. Next, let's hop on over to epic armors. These look more legendary and don't fit the vanilla game just as seamlessly as the lore-friendly armors, but in a modded Skyrim environment, they look incredible. First, we absolutely have to check out Wind Ruler armor, the classic heavy armor beloved by many, including myself. I would say its defining feature is the horned helmet with the long white braid falling down to the back and HDT-SMB physics making its way with the character's movement. This armor comes with a two-handed sword, and it fits any warrior, sellsword, the harbinger of companions, or even the fearsome dragonborn. Next, we have Yaldabaoth heavy armor and this huge greatsword that comes with it, which are broadly inspired by the medieval fantasy genre. This dark armor features a carefully engraved chest plate, greaves, gauntlets, and a closed helmet, and on top of it, there's a red cloak and a hood concealing its wearer. There are 3 versions available that all feature different textures, so you can freely choose which one of them fits your character the best, whether they are the menace or the savior of Skyrim. Pig Iron set is a colorful orc-themed heavy armor set that also comes with a weapon, a one-handed mace, and a shield. It may have gotten a bit of inspiration from Morrowind's and Oblivion's orcish armors, as well as samurai armors from the real history. The edges of the armor and the shield are trimmed with fur that helps your orc warrior to keep themselves warm, and even though it's pretty hard to see through the helmet, this armor allows you to use your strength to its full potential. Obi's Hedge Knight armor is a sleek, knight heavy armor that only consists of 2 parts, the closed-off helmet and this beautiful body armor. If anything, this armor is dramatic. Notice the weathered steel and the slightly tattered dark fabric, as well as the undecorated helmet, which make it look extremely intimidating. Whether you combo this armor with a greatsword or a spiked flail, it looks incredible for any warrior of Stendarr or even Sithis. We're on a roll with these heavy armors, and Griffin Knight Regalia is truly one for the books. This armor is Breton made, previously worn by a baron from High Rock, and after you inherit it, it'll serve you well in your future adventures. This mod also comes with 3 different weapons, a dagger and 2 versions of a two-handed sword. It's a mix of steel plate, sturdy leather and fur, and has beautiful, detailed decoration, including the family crest of the armor's previous owner. We looked at a Dwemer armor in the lore-friendly section, but in this category there's also Eastern Brass Plate set, an epic imagination of the armor of the same theme. The crown jewel of this heavy armor set is definitely the headpiece. It displays the face of an ancient Dwemer with a neutral expression and a lot of piercings in his ears. This armor also comes with a one-handed weapon, a small hammer, and an oval shield that also features these curious dwarven carvings. Whether you're a Dwemer researcher or just someone who appreciates their craftsmanship, this armor is for you. The next armor on the list is, of course, the beautiful Winged Hussar armor and weapons, inspired by the Altmer Velkinar Griffin Knights, Even though this one looks like it's mostly plate, this is actually a light armor set, and it also comes with a shield and 2 fitting one-handed weapons, a hammer and a saber-style sword. My favorite part of this armor is definitely the decorative wings in the backside, which makes it look incredibly unique and of course quite epic as well. If you want to channel your inner Robert Baratheon, Wild Boar Hunter armor and mount should be the perfect armor set for you. This heavy armor set looks perfectly fearsome with its shiny, horned helmet, scaly chest piece, detailed boar motifs, and fur collar, and as the cherry on top, the steely shoes imitate the hooves of a mighty boar. And of course, speaking of boars, this mod actually comes with an armored boar mount, a huge 4-legged friend of yours. You can summon this animal to your aid with a spell and traverse across the land on its strong back. The next armor we're taking a look at is Hunter armor, which even though can be mistaken for light armor, it's actually heavy. Now this beautiful set looks sleek, tactical and protective. Even though its design is fairly simple, it has some interesting details to look at and clever usage of different textures. On the belt, there are some pouches and potion shots, and the leather looks robust enough to keep you safe from harm. For those who need to match it with your character's hair, this armor has some additional color tones found in the optional files. Now, let us take a look at Einherjar armor, a light armor that is highly modular as it has a lot of pieces and you can choose between 9 color options that represent all of the 9 holds of Skyrim. This beautiful armor set is designed strictly only for female characters, and it has gotten inspiration from the Scandinavian mythology, which can be seen on the runes that decorate this outfit and the one-handed axe that comes with it. This one is great for a companion's character or anyone who wants to enhance that Nordic or Viking feel of the game. More light armor coming our way as we're checking out Master Thief armor. This is an insanely high quality leather armor perfectly suited for any Thieves Guild trickster or a shadowy assassin. The details look immersive too, as a capable thief would definitely need some rope and a spare dagger at the length of their arm. This one has 3 different dark color options, and you can pick and choose between the many accessories, hood and other parts to make the armor look just as you like it. Gorm armor is one of my all-time favorite armors, and I'll tell you exactly why. It's a light armor that beautifully combines this warm-looking woolly fabric and the actual protective leather pieces with the most tasteful, intricate detailing on the belt, as well as the unusually nice shoes. It also comes with this cool-looking helmet that features ram horns, and the texturing throughout the armor looks absolutely perfect. Ancient Imperial armor might just be the definition of epic. There are actually both light armor and heavy armor versions of it included in this mod, and you can also take use of the on-theme sword and shield. Now you can see that the metal has been tarnished over the years from the original bronze to this greenish color, and I really like how this armor seems to combine Imperial and Nordic influence and style. There is no mod list in the world where I wouldn't install Lunar Guard armor, an armor mod which really needs no introduction. This mod is a heavy armor inspired by the Khajiit, the cat-like people from elsewhere, which you can especially see on the helmet that features a tiger-like face. Another standout detail in this armor is the belt, which displays the phases of the moon that has a lot of significance in their culture, the lunar lattice. It's simply a must-have piece and fits all kinds of heavy armor wearing characters, beast race or not. It only makes sense to feature Moon Monk's robes as well, our last armor in the epic category before continuing on to fantasy sets. This mod adds a new Khajiit-inspired light armor and cloth garments, which also come with a plenty of color options to choose from. It's inspired by ESO elsewhere, and just as the earlier piece, it also depicts a feline face on the headpiece, obscuring the wearer's identity. I just love the contrast between the fabric of the robes and the metal of the gauntlets, and it makes for an iconic look. Now let's check out some incredible fantasy-themed armors, from low to high, light to dark, medieval to outlandish, simple to embellished. Callisto HTT SMP armor is many things, but more than anything, it's divine. Really, it's the perfect word to describe this amazing looking high fantasy heavy armor. It comes with this gorgeous, dainty circlet, and the armor itself looks like you could eat from it. It's so clean and shiny, and simply, it's a true work of art. I think it might fit a battle mage the best, but I could see someone like this wielding a Zweihander as well. Even though you could mistake it for heavy armor, Three-Eyed Swallow armor is a light armor featuring a long dress, possibly inspired by the character of Malenia from Elden Ring. As you can see, the details of this outfit are nothing short of breathtaking, from the textures of the fabric of the hem to the embellishments on the cold steel. The head is covered with a half-face helmet, and the armor also comes with the dual-handed sword, the Quicksilver blade. Garment of the Goliath is high elf themed light armor set, inspired by the Goliath beetle insect, which you can see in the patterns of the cloak and in the shape of the hood. This armor is incredibly detailed both from the mesh and the textures. It has a ton of small things dangling from it, necklaces, pouches and drapes, which all sway with your movement. It's truly a fantastical outfit to wear and looks great on any Altmer or even Dunmer characters. Now, if you're looking for something more ordinary and gritty, infantry armor might be right up your alley. This mod adds 2 new armors, 1 light and 1 heavy armor, and a weapon, Großmesser, a one-handed sword that all look like they're inspired by dark fantasy media. The breastplate and the helmet secures your body and head, while you're still keeping agile, as the rest of the armor is mostly composed of tattered fabric and leather. Going on with the same theme of low and dark fantasy rooted on realism, here we have freehand armor. This is another heavy armor meant for a lone wanderer, a sword for hire, who doesn't attach themselves to anyone or anything. Now I'm making up a story, never mind that. No, this armor is obviously very protective and fits a variety of different heavy armor wearing characters, but the highlight for me is the thoughtful design of the whole ensemble that leaves a lasting impression. Next we have something totally different. This is Drifter Outfit, an armor set created unarmed combat in mind. Though fashionable, it's fairly inconspicuous at the first sight, but it all changes when you notice these massive gauntlets specifically made for punching your unfortunate enemy. This armor is available in both light and heavy armor, and it's a delightful ready-made outfit for those who want to experience an unarmed playthrough. The first custom modded armor I fell in love with was the Valkyrie armor from Zero Frost Mythical Armors and Dragon. It's a classic heavy armor set inspired by Valkyries, the shield maidens in the service of Odin, who choose which warriors are worthy of Valhalla in the Norse mythology. You can choose between the full helmet or the circlet, and this beautiful mod also comes with a matching sword and shield that depicts a falcon's scowl, both complete with magical blue particle effects. Kosakowi's Falca armor is a heavy armor set inspired by a certain Witcher character that also comes with a red color variation that makes this shiny silver shade armor look a bit more dramatic. When you look it closer, you can see the beautiful and intricate patterns all over the garments, both on the gambeson and the plate, and the helmet gives a striking finish to the look. Iron Rose Armor is a knightly heavy armor set that is comprised of a body piece made of sturdy leather and proper steel covering the legs, arms, neck and head, allowing agile movement while securing you from harm. There are 3 different color schemes available for this armor: iron, silver and gold, and I think the helmet is the true eye-catcher here, as it looks so huge with the visor pulled up to obscure the view. I also like the sabatons, which look very draconic in the design. The last armor I'd categorize in the fantasy section of the video is, of course, the incredible Ancient Argonian armor. This one is a super unique Saxhleel inspired heavy armor that emits a mysterious green glow, and its surface is inscribed completely with runes. If you're playing a beast race individual, their tail is also conveniently armored. Overall, this armor's rectangular shapes and the full mask obscuring the wearer's identity make it a spectacular sight, and it is sure to cause fear in your enemies. This next section of armors will all be dark, for evil playthroughs, Daedric Prince worshippers, or for those who simply enjoy their sinister aesthetics. First, we have Dread Sovereign Elven Armor, a highly modular light armor set that is composed of 13 different parts, so you can mix and match it how you wish. There are 3 subtle colors available. You can choose between a helmet or a mask, and you can also wield the epic one-handed blade Soulbinder. The details of this armor reminds us of the torment and domination by Molag Bal, and it's a great choice for someone who reveres this mentioned Daedric prince. Sithis armor is fit for an assassin working in the shadowy ranks of the Dark Brotherhood. This mod comes with both light and heavy armor versions, as well as a matching bow and blades, a one-handed sword, a two-handed sword, and a dagger. This armor doesn't shy away from straps and belts, and it proudly features the emblem of the guild on the shoulders and the body armor. You can choose between different masks and a hood too, if you want to make a lasting impression to the contract whose last sight you are. Hircine is the master of beasts, the Daedric prince of the hunt, and obviously the armor of Hircine is the perfect outfit for those who find themselves and their purpose personified in the huntsman. It's light armor, 4-piece set, covered in chainmail and studded leather, while the helmet is steel forged with spiky horns. Imposing and mighty, it's perfect for any hunter, druid or forest dweller. Now, if you're looking to honor Nocturnal instead, the Lady of the Night, you might be interested in Armor of Nocturnal. This dark fantasy-inspired armor set is half and half light, boots and body being heavy armor, and the gloves and mask light armor. It features a fairly ragged-looking cape, but the armor itself looks clean and has features fit for a master thief. The unique piece is, of course, the bird mask that hides your identity and gives an extra flair to the outfit. Next, we have a few armor mods fit for vampires and other bloodsuckers. First off, here's Lord of Coldharbour armor. That is an incredible looking heavy armor that also comes with a couple of matching weapon options. You can choose to wear the cape or go without, and the steel is carved with beautiful small details all over, not to mention the spiky look that gives an intimidating touch. Well, as if being Vampire Lord isn't intimidating enough already. Speaking of intimidating, here we have Volkihar Gardener armor. No words really describe the effect this Fable-inspired heavy armor has. I can't imagine a world where your opponent wouldn't run off screaming when seeing these glowing yellow eyes. Now, this mighty armor mod also comes with a matching two-handed sword and a conjuration spell, so you can reap your dark judgment with style. But first, you must defeat the Gardener in combat. As a counterweight to these heavy armors, we also have Cold Harbor Executioner armor, a light armor that features an ominous-looking mask, proper devil horns protruding out of your head, a sleek trench coat, and a one-handed sword. You can actually choose between the mask and the beautiful crown, and overall, this armor is a great choice for your evil playthrough for a female character who frequents the Daedric realms. Armor of the Fallen Soul is an undead evil heavy armor that also comes with a two-handed weapon, the Fallen Soul's halberd. This skull-shaped helmet, for one, definitely screams malice, so if you're a devout follower of the dark arts, this armor would definitely suit your needs. In the optional files, there are different color options for the cloth and the metal as well. If you're looking for something that reminds you of the sorceress Yennefer from the Witcher series, Dark Apprentice is a great choice. This beautiful light armor outfit features a dress, corset, and thigh-high leather boots, with some eye-catching details that really are the icing on the cake. For example, this raven feather mantle and the skull pins on the chest really are the highlight of this witchy set. For any Daedra worshipper or other sinister character, Dremora Markina's armor is an incredibly fitting and detailed heavy armor. This armor set was left behind from the old days of the Oblivion invasion in the Third Era, and now you can take use of its defensive steel. Needless to even say, its design is incredibly fitting within the game, and it has that fearsome quality that makes your enemies quiver. Finally, here we have the dreadful ritual armor of Boethia, which honors this Daedric prince of cruelty and torture. It's a light armor set, masterfully forged of dragon scale by the hands of dark elf cultists who were worshipping Boethia. It's enchanted with a new magical property called Despair, which makes your sneaking silent and slows your opponent's movements. In this next section, I'm covering some of my favorite armors that are a little bit more seductive in nature, some of them more revealing without being too skimpy or frankly being bikini armor. First, we have the versatile Azura's Guard, a highly customizable armor for female characters that, depending on your choice, can be light or heavy armor. It consists of 18 different pieces that you can combine to make the mashup of your choice. I prefer the full armor style, but it has the possibility of covering less skin too, and the details on this piece look absolutely incredible. For something more dark and gothic, but still beautiful and sensual, I'd highly recommend Dark Witch armor. This is a light armor dress and corset with a magical purple gem choker amulet and some added protection with the knee and elbow guards. It's the perfect outfit to wear when visiting a nearby village to offer your remedies and other mundane magical mending to the poorly inhabitants. Grievous Rose is one step above in elegantness. This armor set can be worn both in light armor or clothing, and it features a gorgeous evening gown with its sleeves enshrouded in everlasting bloom. It comes in multiple vivid colors to pick from, and you can also choose to wear one of these masks to conceal your identity. It's a dramatic outfit and perfect for any high-class characters. Now something that's a bit lower in profile and neckline. Ella's Last Dream, the perfect light armor garments for a rogue, pirate, or a swashbuckler. This outfit features simple shirt and pants, as well as protective gauntlets and high leather boots, handy belt straps, and a coin necklace for luck. It fits as a starter armor too, and brings those casual vibes in between questing when you're drinking your worries away in the nearby tavern. Now, if you thought this section would only be full of female armors, you're sorely wrong. Because we have one for men too. Here's Casual Pirate Outfit, continuing the theme of pirate-themed armors, a light armor set fit for an adventurer or a ruffian. It's a simple outfit with the shirt daringly revealing the chest and a compass and pouches hanging from the belt with 2 color options. Viper armor, like many others, could fit into other categories as well, but there's something undeniably hot about it, so here we are. Now, this light armor is great for an assassin or a thief character who likes to keep herself ready for anything and prefers freedom of movement, and it also has some modularity, so you can mix and match the many parts as you wish. It has 3 color variations: brown, black and green, as well as hair color options if you wish to see some shiny locks fall out under the hood. Templar Assassin armor is a neat light armor set with high-heeled boots, a tight leather corset, many accessories strapped in, and 2 ornamental one-handed blades. This armor also has high modularity, as there are multiple different pieces you can combine, and in addition you can choose from 3 different colors: white, red and blue. I think it makes your character look absolutely badass without sacrificing the feminine energy and gracefulness. Our last armor in this category is Elphonia, a light armor set and a custom wooden staff that can be grabbed from the optional files of the mod. This is a gorgeous outfit for wood elves, hunters, herbalists, or others who enjoy the presence of trees more so than people, and the details here are insanely beautiful. Vines climb along the legs and arms, and the doe-like ears and horns give that ethereal look into this armor set. This author has a lot of similar, revealing but beautiful armors and clothing, so even though I don't showcase them much, I still recommend checking out her Nexus profile for more. This next section, Cute Armors, is also female dominated, so if you're not into that, I'd suggest you skip on over to the Absurd category, which is full of incredible unisex and male armors. Now, Mage's daily outfit is the gold standard for cuteness, as this casual light armor outfit makes your sorceress student look fitting to the College of Winterhold as she studies the arcane arts. This outfit also comes with a shawl with different texture variations to keep you properly warm in the northern climate. The only thing that is missing are woolly mittens. From the same author, we have Girl's Travel Outfit, another casual clothing in the form of light armor featuring tall boots, yellow skirt, and a puffy sleeved shirt with a hooded tunic on top of it. It comes in 3 additional color themes that can be found in the optional files too, if you'd like something more earthly toned. This armor set is cute beyond measure, and I think it suits your character well if she's a young traveler, merchant, or a scholar. Here we have Wayward Knight set. Now, I get it. Mini skirt on a knight? Why would you ever wear something like this? But the answer is, it's cute as heck. Look at this, it looks amazing.
If you're heading to the Blue Palace, you might want to rethink that outfit.
But yeah, maybe not so practical to my limited armor knowledge. Now, this set consists of a lot of different pieces that you can mix together, and you can make it really skimpy or more defensive like I did here. And there are also multiple fancy color options too for a night girl who likes to keep it stylish. Knight Elaine has a bit of the same feeling as the previous one, as it's a cute knightly light armor, albeit even less protective, I think. It consists of this tunic that comes in 2 skirt lengths, here I'm only wearing the longer one, and armor pieces, namely for the midsection, shoulders and forearms. As many other armors in these 2 categories, there are a lot of little pieces included, so you can make it your own, as well as many color options to choose from. There is also a beautiful wig included. Finally, this section wouldn't be complete without Ballad of the Bards Vol 1 College Bard outfit. This mod adds this gorgeous outfit for a bard of Bard's College that accurately characterizes your Dragonborn as a scholar of music or poetry. It features a stylized purple vest on top of the plain long-sleeved tunic, simple pants and boots, and a beret that you can use with your own hair or choose one of the ones that have wigs to go with it. The last armor category we have today is absurd. This does not necessarily mean that these armors aren't lore friendly, it's just that they're visually so different and striking and memorable that they will turn everyone's head in this part of Tamriel. First, here we have Easthold Totemic Set, a Nord-themed heavy armor set and a two-handed battle axe. Of course, the helmet itself is a complete showstopper on its own merit, but my favorite part are the decorations, as the armor reveres the old gods of the ancient Nordic pantheon. It's a stunning piece for those who are looking to honor the old ways of the Sky Children. From Skyrim to High Rock, Wayrest's Sellsword set is a whimsical-looking, Breton-themed heavy armor set that also comes with a shield and a weapon, a one-handed sword. It consists of brass armor covering every inch of the wearer's body, and the shield displays the crest of Wayrest, one of the 9 historical Breton kingdoms of immense wealth. It's one of the most unique sets I've ever laid my eyes on, and fits well many types of different characters. Medusa and Dracul armors is a mod pack of 2 heavy armors that depict the appearances of the mythical Medusa and Dracul the vampire. The Medusa armor comes with this truly striking helmet that's design features snakes and captivating emerald eyes, as well as intricate details all over the metal surface. In the same style, I think the helmet of the incredibly detailed Dracul armor is its best part. It's a devilish vampire face with blood-red eyes, matching up well with the cape. These two are perfect for any sinister characters, vampires, and appreciators of the Daedric forces. House Guard set is a Men of Rim inspired heavy armor and sword set. Its surface, including the helmet, fully covered in colorful scales. Rimmen were Akaviri refugees that settled into northwestern elsewhere in the Second Era, and this armor gives this unique culture an interesting spin and allows you to pay tribute to their influence. As always, with the work of this mod creator, the design exceeds expectations of the limits of Skyrim armor mods and reminds you of the more obscure parts of early lore and concept art. We shan't end this video before taking a look at yet another Khajiit armor, so here we have Northern Roadwatch Garb, a unique light armor in the theme of our Elsewerian furry friends. This layered outfit plays fantastically with the proportions of your character and has an interesting color scheme of green and purple, and it will surely keep your Khajiit warm in the unfamiliarly cold climate of Skyrim. Now, I know it's sad, but this one here is our last armor mod today, my Sweet Carrier. Now you might be thinking, why is this in the absurd category? Well, I'd say it's the furthest from Skyrim's vanilla aesthetic and the lore, but that doesn't mean you couldn't or shouldn't wear it. On the contrary, it's a beautiful light armor or clothing set that is composed of futuristic looking parts, a hat and round glasses, as well as a puffy jacket and a skirt. It looks incredible with a keen eye to the detail, and you can choose from black or brown version of the armor. Now, you don't want to craft these armors, and you don't want to go looking for them, and you especially don't want to tinker with console. So how do you get each of these gorgeous armors easily? The answer is simple. ModX, a mod explorer menu. This SKSE plugin mod adds an in-game menu where you can search up any mod you have downloaded and easily add the items to your inventory to try out. This is what I have been using for a long time, and I think it's the best option for an add item menu mod. There's really only one armor that I need, and it's Traveler's Armor Pack. But that much you probably already knew. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your favorite modded armor? There's so many to choose from, so I don't mind if you list a few. Now, if you have enjoyed this journey with me, do like and subscribe and all that usual jazz. I appreciate every single button clicked. Thank you to my Patreon supporters who made this video possible. Rich Even, Loaf, Ryan Ulrich, Frank Brackett, The Panicked Monk, Kenneth Pedersen, Billy Duncan, Onshore Fly 15, Uncle Valiant, Coast Melon, Angrius Windstorm, Manut Gop, Don Wright, Grakenhelm, Simon the Blind, J. Michael, Nocturnal Emissary, Didermis, Victor, and Vanilla. And thank you for watching. See ya!